Welcome back to the Daily Taoist with Will S. We are talking about the Tao Te Ching and how to get back into spirit and alignment with the way. I will be your guide on this journey. Today we are talking about verse 61. The Tao Te Ching was written 2,500 years ago by a man named Lao-Tzu. It is one of the oldest texts in existence and is certainly one of the wisest. Its wisdom is timeless and its message is as relevant and important now as it was back then, if not more so. It is vital that we learn to come back into balance with the natural world, to live in a more harmonious and selfless way, and the Dao Taiching beautifully instructs us in bringing ourselves and our lives into alignment with the Tao. Verse 61. A great country is like the lowland, toward which all streams flow. It is the reservoir of all under heaven, the feminine of the world. The female overcomes the male with stillness. Her tranquility gives rise to her humility. The more powerful a country grows, the greater the need for humility. If a great country lowers itself before a small one, it wins friendship and trust. If a small country can lower itself before a great one, it will win over that great country. If a nation is centered in the Tao, if it is nourished by its own people, if it does not meddle in the affairs of others, it will be a light to all nations in the world. Most nations want to achieve greatness, to be higher, more elevated, prosperous, and influential than other nations. Nationalism in all its forms is born of the ego's desire to create a stronger identity for itself, and it does so by trying to be better than others. This is not the Tao. Lao Tzu asks us to adopt the very opposite approach and to recognize the value of humility. Instead of trying to be bigger and better than other nations, we are asked to embrace humility, to become the lowland toward which all streams flow along their path to the sea. This is the feminine approach, which one of stillness, equanimity, and peace. There is no place for conflict, war, or erroneous notions of more than and less than when a country is at one with the Tao. We have tried it the other way. It doesn't work. Perhaps it's time to approach the world affairs and foreign policy with an altogether different approach. This does not mean that we become the doormats of the world. The Tao is a state of perfect balance, not idle passivity. But it is a state of alignment, and it is very necessary recalibration after countless centuries of striving to be on top, to subjugate and dominate other nations. True victory is not coming out on top. It is unity, peace, and harmony between all nations. Compliments to the blog, go to Rory at the dailydaoblogspot.com. Just picking apart some of the words in here. In order to be bigger and better, then we actually have to become low. We have to take the more feminine approach of stillness, equanimity, and peace. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. What I see in the world right now is a lot of conflict. Right? We have superpowers like the United States, Russia, and China, all trying to outdo one another. Um, we live in an abundant world, an abundant planet. There's more than enough on this planet to take care of everyone. There's actually no need for conflict. There's no need for poverty, war, strife. We could solve all of these problems, guys. Um, I really do grow tired of the 10x mentality sometimes, right? Where you have to get mine and then get some more. It's really time for people in the upper echelons to realize that there's only so much that the lower class, for instance, the lower class are going to take. Um, we're just human beings. We should be striving to be better. I mean, there are certain people in the world that are, working towards that. But I always feel like we should already be working towards a Star Trek future where there is no war, there is no poverty. People or humans or kids should not be going to bed hungry. 1 in 5 children in British Columbia go to bed or are not getting enough food, nutrition. It's a very sad state of the world sometimes, and I don't like to be negative on this channel. I'm trying to make my energy be a little bit higher vibration. Struggling with that, to be honest. But that's why I do things like this channel. If you are listening out there and you are enjoying the Daily Taoist and you would like to help out the channel, please connect with me on Twitter. That's my main outlet for social media. And give a like or thumbs up and subscribe to the YouTube channel at the Daily Taoist. And share on your favorite platform wherever you are listening to said podcast. Just remember, if a nation is centered in the Tao, if it nourishes its own people, if it does not meddle in the affairs of others, it will be a light to all nations in the world. Very profound verse by a very profound man, Lao-Tzu. Once again, I love each and every one of you out there in the Mandelbrot universe. Always have, always will. Namaste from Will